Sorry if I'm late. Traffic was nuts. Some car went into a ditch.
No, it's just not okay.
Old bollocks. Shit. Oh, you are horrible. Oh, you're gross.
It's happening.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Episode
Episode
25.
25.
Ghost Huns.
Is it 25?
I don't
No, it's episode 26 actually.
Is it far? Episode
Do
26.
math.
Episode 20. How do you keep track of these?
I'm just quite smart.
Okay, great. How are you?
Do you know what? I'm good. I'm tired, and I'm ready for a holiday.
Are you going on holiday, aren't you?
Go.
I'm on holiday.
I'm going on holiday.
Well, weirdly, we've accidentally booked the same,
yeah,
exact same time off.
yeah. So we're both away next week, Monday to Friday.
Monday's Friday.
Hannah, you're going to
Amsterdam. I don't know why I did it.
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam?
Yeah,
Is
for
that how
some
their accent?
smoky pancakes, and I'm going to Kerno.
Cornwall.
They call it Kerno.
What?
Kernow
What are you talking
is
about?
the Cornish way of saying Cornwall. A little fact to kick us off.
I'm going to call bullshit on that.
No, don't.
Kerno.
Kerno. No, you could call bullshit, but you'd be wrong. So, yeah.
Unfortunately, we have spent the day together, so we kind of know how each other is.
Yeah, I know how you are. You've seen my flat. Mm-hmm. You've been there.
Went round to the old Flatteroony.
What did you think? 10 out of 10?
Lovely. 10 out of 10. You've got an ensuite, which makes you a twat.
Yeah, to be fair. But you know I'm a twat. Are you surprised? Like,
No. Anyway,
well, why
shall
don't we?
we pick a tarot card?
It's on you.
Now,
You-
my problem is that when I just picked them up to fan them, one of them stayed out.
Well, again, Hannah, don't
And
look
it's
to me
there
for
now
guidance.
like that, just
You
open
have
at me.
to look at those and just really focus what's calling to you. Last time you did this, you got a man who was stabbed in the chest 10 times with a sword.
it's a good point.
So really think about it. Have a look at them. You know, like put your palm over. See
Shall
what
we do
energy
it? Okay.
is radiating out. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Lovely nails.
Thank you. Oh.
Are you feeling some energy there?
Do you know what? I felt a little bit of cold.
Cold. Okay. She's chosen. She's chosen.
Genuinely,
Yeah.
I can feel that giving off a bit of an AC vibe.
Well, I do think there is some AC on.
Is it right there?
Yeah. Which might be why.
Okay, then.
But it could also
Can
be
we
a
do the
vibe.
same again? Okay, listen.
Yeah.
I am going to choose this one, but I also want to know what that one is. Because that one was really calling to me.
I'll pick it up.
So you pick it up and you tell me. Well, that one kind of fell out on its own. So if you're talking vibes.
And that's all we do here. We talk in vibes.
Always, oh my God, we've got one of these. Oh, Susie's made me fucking download some really weird shit because of to find content for the podcast, and now my laptop is completely haunted
If
by
you're not willing to go to
women who are selling sex on the internet.
If you're not willing
Earlier
to
on,
go
me and-
to the dark web for the podcast, then
Earlier on, I was trying to download something we're doing later, and this woman's vagina just jumps out at me.
well, a bit of minge for a bit of content. So it's what they say in the industry.
I don't know if that title. I want that title for the episode. Bit of minge for a bit of content.
Bit of minge for a
But
bit
I
of
don't
content.
think. Anyway, okay. Can you show me that one that I didn't pick? but
You
I
want that
did-
first?
I want that one first.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh my God! It's a bit like Midsummer. You've got tons.
Is it tits again?
No, lots of cups. You've got X. What's that? 10.
It looks like everyone's at a fate. doesn't it?
Well, it could be a culty Swedish fate.
Oh, I imagined it like a village. I love a village fate. Don't
well,
you?
let me look up ten of cups. 10 of cups.
I like any program that's set in a little village. You know, like.
Yeah, love that one.
Okay.
The 10 resembles contentment with relationships.
Ah, I didn't pick it though, did I?
As the 9 shows, yeah, exactly. So it doesn't mean anything. As the 9 shows individual satisfaction, the 10 shares it with others.
To be fair, we do this wrong because tarot is supposed to be. You're supposed to have like 3 cards, aren't you, or something?
Well, you can
And we
as
just
a mini
picked them.
version of past, present, and future.
Right,
yeah.
there you go. Yeah. So,
But it called to you, and we can't ignore that. Neither with last week, neither with this week. Like,
are we ready to see the one that I picked with the help of Spotify Studios air conditioning?
yeah. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! What is
Had
it?
this before?
Oh, not again. What are those?
Carrots.
More fucking carrots.
Carrots again.
What number? Because I can't read numerals.
8.
8.
Yes.
8 of the carrot. Okay, here we go. The 8 signifies steady and positive growth. After struggling with the 7, it indicates renewed energy and drive. And you love to drive.
And I've had a hangover,
Yeah.
and now I'm back.
And now you're back, baby.
A couple of great little picks from me there.
I would say let's place them here.
A couple of great little picks from me.
Well done, Hannah. I really enjoyed that.
I think what we need to start doing, actually, I know one of us does it, but I think both of us need to do it so we can decide whether or not it is bullshit or whether it's true. Because if we pick a similar card each, then it's
verified.
verified. If we pick one
Well,
that's like
but
you're
it's
about
all
to
about
die.
what your energy puts into the tarot. So
Yeah, but see, when you say things like that, my bullshit alarm goes, and I hate, and I'm like, hey, get out! She's a nutcase.
again, you know that's true.
Yeah,
So,
it is, but I don't want the tarot to tell me that.
are you saying you want me to pick one?
Yeah, I do. I want to start. I want you to pick one.
Fine.
You don't look very happy. I said, if you pull out the fucking tower, I swear to God, we're stopping it. We're cancelling the episode. We're starting again.
Oh, it is AC, yeah.
Take your time. Well, I mean, let the AC choose if that's how you feel. Let the air conditioning coming down from the ceiling. Choose your card. Oh my God. Oh, we have a winner.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay.
I'm so scared. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous.
We're just fucking. What is he? Oh, he's like the madman of the cups.
Let
Look
me
at
see.
him. What's 1x?
Oh my God, he's crazy.
Hang on, that's mad. Didn't it say that's like It actually that is weird.
Why?
Hannah, in the description I read you,
After struggling with the 7.
After struggling with number
That's not-
9,
No,
it sho-
7 it said. It said struggling with the 7.
What number is that?
What?
The cups one.
10.
Yeah, and it said struggling with the 9.
Oh, did it?
What's 1x?
I don't know. Count the cups.
1, 2, 3, 4,
such
5,
a- we
6.
need to
It's
stop
number
being
9.
idiots. Like the fact that we don't know Roman numerals is bad form.
No, I
man.
do. I just needed to. Oh my God, this is so weird. It's literally the one next to that one.
But that doesn't make any sense.
You just said if you'd pick something that's very similar to the one you picked, then it's
yeah,
correct.
but it's go on, read it out. Let's see.
The 9 indicates satisfaction and appreciation for emotional and material accomplishments. And it says in the description number 10, as the 9
Brilliant.
satisfaction, the 10 shares it with others. Those couldn't be more harmonious cards to pick.
I don't get it.
Well, I do, and that's fucking great. Love it. Move
Right,
on,
put it there then.
story. And look at him. He looks
So
like
what does
he
it
looks
mean?
like
You
Baldric.
didn't tell me what it means. Actually, do you know what? I wasn't listening.
Okay.
So if you could read it out again.
What's it? 9 of Cups. I'm going to look up biddytarot.com. Let's see what she's got to fucking
Always go to
say.
the internet.
Saw Daniel Mayne's outside, didn't we?
Yeah. What was he in?
Oh, he's a good actor.
He is good. He's got a good face.
Oh my shitting God, you're going to love this.
Go on.
This is fun.
Hang on. Have we got 8, 9, and 10?
9 of Cups.
We've got 8, 9, and 10.
That's so weird.
That is weird. Come on.
9 of Cups. A man sits on a wooden bench. Lovely.
Yeah.
He's comfortable, but not too comfortable.
Doesn't look very fucking comfortable. It's constipated AF.
yeah, trees are fucking blocked.
Your bowels are fucking blocked.
It says here, the 9 of Cups is an invitation to splurge, indulge, and enjoy life's
We're going on
pleasures.
holiday.
It says, including enjoying good food and wine, appreciating the arts, making love, relaxing in a luxurious resort, or experiencing beauty.
Goosebumps, because I'm not going to
That's
do some of
insane.
those things, but
Yeah.
some of them I am going to do.
Honestly, this is all about pleasure, and then the other one is about
And
like...
we're going on a holidays next week.
Honestly, this fucking tarot, it's always right.
Oh my God,
Creepily,
we're having a great time.
creepily correct. I'm just going to get straight into this and give you no title.
Great.
After finishing a 3-year stint in prison, my goal was to regain stability in my life.
That's a good goal.
It is a good goal after being in jail.
I quite fancy prison. Do you?
As in, you fancy it for yourself?
Yeah, it just looks all right. Like, I don't think it's that bad.
I don't think I've ever thought that. No, I don't. I like to be free.
You get 3 meals a day. You're
You're not
have to
free
worry
though.
about
You're
bills.
in a little cell, just with you and your thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't record Ghost Huns.
Maybe I thought that when I had a job.
Yeah, you
'Cause I was
obviously
like,
hated your job.
I did. So I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I don't.
You're in a
fancy
bad place if you're like fantasizing about prison.
I haven't thought about it for a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Not quite suicidal, but I will go to prison because I don't want to
Right,
deal with
the
my
next
actual
best
life.
thing.
Yeah.
After finishing a 3-year stint in prison, my goal was to regain stability in my life. The teenager, Max, that I'd hit with my car while driving under the influence, had survived the collision but was paralysed from
Fucking
the
hell.
waist down. Night after night in my cell, his screams of pain haunted me. And yet I still blamed him for running across the road at 3 a.m.
Sorry. I think then you're completely vilified. No, hang on. Is that
Wait,
what's that mean?
what?
What's that mean?
What are you on about?
Vilified. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
You vilify someone if you turn them into a villain.
No, sorry. Then I don't mean that. He's justified then.
What, that if someone
not his
ran
fault,
out into
should've
the
gone to
road?
prison, yeah.
But he was under the influence when he was driving.
It's hard.
You're like, listen.
No, I'm
Between
not,
friends,
hang on,
what
I'm
a few
not,
drinks.
Hang on, this is very dangerous territory. I'm not condoning drink driving.
Good.
But yeah, I do. Okay, that's. Okay.
Do you know they're making it? They're going to do blood tests about like how much sleep you've had, and if you've had less than 5 hours, you're not fit to drive.
That's not odd.
Yeah, so you can't drive tired anymore. It's like the same as being pissed. They say.
No, that's bull. They're not gonna be able to do that.
Well, I don't know how.
You've had 8 hours sleep, but still being tired. I've had 14 hours sleep since my hangover, and I'm knackered.
Yeah. Well, don't drive. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we need. Yeah.
And yet, I still blamed him for running across the road at 3 a.m. I refused to own up to my idiotic mistake. I never grew up with a supporting cast of positive influences in my life, but as soon as I was free, I had that light bulb moment. A lifestyle change was needed. I was fortunate that my parents took me in to live at their house while I tried to land on my feet and get steady employment. An old friend secured me a job bagging groceries and stocking shelves, and it was during my 3rd shift that I met Cassie. Yeah, here we go.
I tell you what, you don't
Here we
want.
fucking
If you
go.
want a stable life, don't get involved romantically
With Cassie.
with Cassie
Yeah, exactly.
or anyone.
Beginning of the end.
Yeah.
It's only 2 S's away from being Carrie. And we all know who Carrie is. Mad satanic bitch. Excuse me. Can you help me reach those diapers at the top?
No, to be fair, I think you've made that mad. You've made her sound
No,
manic.
she's American. Excuse me. Can you help me reach those diapers at the top?
Yeah, but she doesn't need to sound like a mental bastard like you're
You
making
wait.
her sound.
You fucking wait, Hannah.
I
It's
know, but
only
you've
getting
got
madder
you've
from
got a
here.
really mental way of talking.
Put that on the poster.
You can quote me on that if you want.
You've got a mental way of talking.
2.5 stars. She's got a mental way of talking.
Diapers? My moment of hesitation to stare into those green eyes, an obvious hint I was checking her out.
What? Because you were looking her in the eye.
Yeah, well, he's been in prison a while. I think he's forgotten how to schmert.
You know what?
You're tall and strong, and I'm me. She chuckled.
This is so horrible.
Sure thing, no problem. I reached for the size 3 swaddlers.
They sound like.
I'm a
these
size
aren't
3
for-
swaddler.
Yeah, these aren't for babies anymore. This is my sex thing.
Yeah, get the size 3
I want you
swaddlers
to
out.
change my nappy, Cassie. Cassie changed my nappy, baby.
Size 3 swaddlers.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that documentary on Channel 4 about the baby men?
Oh, the one who wear like adult
Yeah.
baby. No, but
It's
yeah.
really sad. Anyway, I'm not fetish shaming. It's the last thing I'm doing.
Okay, I reached for the size 3 swaddlers and put them on the bottom of her cart. She saw the disappointment in my face, thinking she already had a family and kids at home. Oh, they're not for me. I don't have any kids. They're for my parents, she said to ease my mind. Oh, these are for babies. I think I can hear you tapping on your phone. Someone at the back got something to say? Yeah? Do you want to say it to the rest of the class?
Just send an email.
Yeah, I can hear that. That's very distracting, actually, and quite rude. So put your phone down.
I'm sorry, I was sending an email.
Yeah, you're back in the room. What just happened in the story?
Swaddly.
Swaddlers, yeah, great.
Swaddly.
We'll go back. I'm sure the listeners were actually with me. Not Hannah.
Sorry.
She saw the disappointment in my face, thinking she already had a family and kids at home.
Right.
Oh, they're not for me. I don't have kids. They're for my parents, she said to ease my mind. Oh,
What's happening?
These are for babies. I think other stores sell them for adults, though, if that's why you're looking for.
Literally.
Not that that's any of my business.
It's what we said.
Yeah.
It's what we said. It's what we said. It's what we said.
She smirked. I'm Cassie. She looked at my name tag. Thanks for your help, Luke. Would you be interested in grabbing a coffee sometime? A woman asking me out on a date after handing her a box of diapers was not something I had on my bingo card. Sure,
Sorry?
I'd like that.
What do you mean bingo cards?
As in,
Bucket list.
no.
My after prison list.
Yeah. No, bingo card, like, something unexpected to happen. And you're like, I'm not bothered to go into that.
No.
Let's carry on. Cassie gave me her phone number, and a day later we met at the local coffee shop. Her interest in me baffled me. The only reason I could think of was that I looked like a tough guy, muscular and tattoos all over my body, including my neck. I mean, that's fit. I'm with Cassie here. I'm like, yeah.
I used to go out with someone who had tattoos on the neck, and it was, yeah, initially, but then when you realise just how stupid they fucking are and unstable.
Right.
That is a sign. It's a big red flag, neck tattoos.
Is it?
Yeah.
They're likely to have been under the influence.
Well,
and
like...
knocked over boys in the
Same with a
street.
face tattoo, isn't it? It's not far off from a face tattoo.
Yeah.
If you've got a face tattoo. What would you say if Johnny came in with a neck tattoo?
I would be really worried for his mental health.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. See?
Okay.
My ex also had his initials on his neck, which was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
I don't get that because it's like you've forgotten your name.
Also, initials, they're the least, like, it's just, it's the least sexy. Anyway.
And it's not very imaginative, is it? No. Yeah, anyway, but no shame to anyone who's got that, and we think you're great.
Oh, yes, sorry, no, you are brilliant.
We
honestly,
should say that with more
it's
conviction.
mainly men with neck tattoos. So I do stick by that.
Yeah. All right. We'll die on that hill.
Yeah.
On that tattooed hill. But I'll be with all...
Brilliant! You sounded like Jesse
yeah.
from Little Mix saying the Jamaican accent.
Fucking hell.
Brilliant!
That is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
It's how she goes, and then she's thinking about it. Like, brilliant! It is hilarious.
It's literally one of the funniest things.
Great.
Okay, we'll carry on. The only reason I thought tattoos...
Jesse Nelson, sorry, in my head. That was in my head.
Jesse Nelson. But I'll be... why can't I say that? But I'll be honest with you, Cassie had such a warm and playful demeanour that I couldn't resist falling for her immediately. Within 3 weeks of dating, she was eager to invite me over to meet her parents.
Is she warm? She sounded like a mad bitch.
Well, let's see. She hadn't stepped foot in my parents' house. All of our dates had been out in public, so I was a bit nervous and anxious when I stepped foot onto their front porch. My face went pale when Jonathan Miller opened the door. Cassie's dad was one of the correctional officers from my building. What were the odds?
Oh, shoot!
Just my
And
fucking...
he's not told her he's gone to prison either, I
No.
bet, because he's a liar!
Just my fucking luck, I muttered under my breath. He smiled and extended his hand. Cassie, doll, I knew it. I just knew it, the way you talked about you. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, this is it. This is the dad.
Yeah.
Cassie, doll, I knew it. I just knew it. The way you talked about your boyfriend, Luke, I knew it was him. It's nice to see you out in the world again, he said to me.
He's not mad?
Come on in. Don't be shy. Sandra's putting the finishing touches on dinner.
Oh.
I should have turned around and went home, but after 3 years of following orders, it was in my nature to do as I was told.
Yeah.
I awkwardly took my seat around the dining room table. Jonathan and Sandra sat across me and Cassie. Across from me.
That laugh something has to give. We can't keep doing that.
That was actually a natural one. I'm just fully mental.
Yeah. Okay. You need
help. So, how have things been on the outside? You certainly found a nice catch. The best catch, I might add. Cassie's the only fish worth hooking. Jonathan banged his head on the table and giggled like a kid.
Oh, yeah, this man is freaking me out.
Dad, you're embarrassing him, Cassie responded. Oh, honey, you know we're just playing with him.
You just call me a fish.
Yeah, like hooking a fish. You're like, all right, Dad. Oh, honey, you know we're just playing with him. Your dad and I. Oh, it's back Sandra now. Oh, honey, you know we're just playing with him. Your dad and I found each other at the circus, and look at us now.
Oh, look at us now.
Sandra's pissed.
No, yeah, we found ourselves at the circus, and now we're alcoholics. Because for some reason we were adults at the circus.
We may have wrinkly skin, but we are still two goofballs, Sandra said.
Two drunk goofballs.
I've been on the vodka since breakfast.
Fuck's sake.
You two used to work in the circus? I responded. Indeed. We were the hottest act at the show. Magic, laughs, you name it. We had it covered. But a little traveling circus gig doesn't pay the bills. And when Cassie came into this world, we knew we had to grow up just a little bit. Jonathan put his arm around Sandra. Of course, you know where I work, and my darling Sandra here
What?
got into the medical field.
My darling Sandra.
My darling Sandra got into the medical field, and we still love to perform, though. Sure do, Johnny boy. Johnny boy. Mm-hmm. Jonathan Miller, Johnny boy. Sure do, Johnny boy, Sandra followed with. The four of us worked on our beef stew as I listened to Jonathan and Sandra babble on about the various towns they performed in. I'd never felt more uncomfortable in my life.
Yeah, it sounds incredibly boring.
He's the normal one here. Yeah. Cassie was just eating it up, every little quirk and joke her parents made. After dinner, we hung out in Cassie's room, and to my surprise, she asked me to spend the night.
Right, that weird.
I wouldn't dare get intimate. It just didn't feel right being at her parents' house. She planted a wet one on my cheek, and then we dozed off.
Why? Why was it wet?
Straddlers.
Lick my lips,
3.
you know.
That's disgusting.
Mwah.
Oh, that is
a wet one. Ugh.
Oh,
Gross.
so gross.
Right, okay, babe. Let me just plant a wet one on your cheek. We'll get our nappies on and go to bed. Get our size 3 straddlers on.
Size 3 straddlers.
I was not straddlers, swaddlers. We've changed that completely.
That's
it was
the name of the
it's
episode,
a very
isn't
size 3 straddlers. Yeah.
All right.
It was a very innocent thing at first. We've turned it dirty. It's not on. It's not
Size
acceptable.
3
A
straddlers.
wet one with my size 3 straddlers.
And Sandra's just battered in
That's
the next
my
room.
idea for good night. Next door to my drunk mom and dad, and my size 3 straddlers with a wet one. That's all I need.
A few hours later, I woke up to the sound of high-pitched laughter, a squealing of sorts. I looked over and Cassie was not in the bed. I threw on my clothes and tiptoed down the hall past her parents' bedroom. Their door was open all the way, so I
What
glanced...
was she doing? What's she doing? I missed that. Oh no, I was thinking about size 3 straddlers. What was he doing? Going for a piss?
I'll read it again.
No, okay.
A few hours later, I woke up to the sound of high-pitched laughter.
That was it.
A squealing of sorts. I looked over and Cassie was not in the bed. I threw on my clothes and tiptoed down the hall past her parents' bedroom.
Yeah.
Their door was open all the way, so I glanced just for a second, noticing they were also not in their bed.
Oh no.
The giggling
Incest.
led me down to a basement door.
Oh no.
I opened it quietly and looked down the stairs.
It's a size 3 straddler party.
The lights were on, and the commotion was louder.
No, horrible.
It sounded like Cassie. Cassie, is that you? I whispered. It's like 1 a.m. I walked down the steps and noticed a long corridor with stone walls. I could hear Cassie laughing up a storm at the end of the hall. When I reached the room she was in, my body stiffened in disgust.
What? What's happening?
Cassie was rocking back and forth on a chair, watching the most sickening display I've ever seen. Jonathan and Sandra were dressed as clowns, and they were rolling a woman without limbs in a blanket that looked like it was entirely comprised of diapers. What the fuck is happening here? I shouted.
Hang on. Wait.
Yeah, got some questions.
Hang on.
Yeah. What would you like to know, Hannah?
I can't let this carry on yet. Hang on. So,
Yeah.
her mum and dad
Are dressed as clowns.
are dressed as clowns, rolling a woman's torso like a piece of dough.
Yeah, rolling it around. She's not got limbs and she's covered in diapers. And Cassie's just rocking back and forward in glee.
What do you mean?
Jonathan looked up at me and squeezed his red fluffy nose. Pig in a blanket!
I'm going to piss. What?
This is absolutely batshit. He chuckled and together he and Sandra rolled the woman inside. Her head was just visible at the top of the blanket. What are you doing? Let her go, I yelled. This is fucked up. I rushed over to the woman. Why did you do this to her? She left her baby alone in a car, and that poor child died of heat exhaustion. So now she needs to learn a lesson.
I don't know if the lesson is has any.
Prison taught her nothing. She showed no remorse. Cassie said from behind me.
Oh.
What? This is fucking crazy, I said.
Right.
Welcome to the laughing room, Jonathan chimed in. Laughter truly is the best medicine.
It's not very funny, it's the problem, Jonathan.
It's not very funny. The three of them giggled wildly as I tried to unravel the diaper blanket off the woman. Jonathan pounced on me and pressed a wet, toxic-smelling rag against my mouth. I passed out seconds later. I woke up on an operating room table covered with a white, bloody sheet. I dozed off shortly after coming to.
What is happening? Can I make a guess? Cassie's going round, kind of honey trapping all these people that have been to prison and haven't learnt their lesson. I wonder what he's done then. Has he done something bad?
Well, we know about it.
What?
Why he went to prison?
No, but he went to prison, so he's come out and he's decided to be.
Well, let's see. What
Okay.
When I regained consciousness again, I looked down at my body and screamed. My right leg had been severed and was attached to the bottom part of my left foot.
What?
No, this can't be real. I cried out.
Is he? So one of his legs is a stilt.
Yeah, long leg. Jonathan and Sandra walked in, still fully dressed as clowns, and began to sprinkle cornmeal and flour on me. Luke, welcome back, you little corn dog. Jonathan said.
What is going on?
Vomit ejected from my mouth and drizzled down my neck.
Yeah, fair enough.
You remember that night you hit Max? Of course you do.
Yeah.
The police report mentioned you had dropped a corn dog on your lap, causing the accident when you took your eyes off the road. Well, tonight we're going to turn you into that very corn dog. Cassie's just about ready for the show. Jonathan wheeled me down the hall and back into the laughing room. I heard a loud thud upstairs, like the sound of someone crashing through a door. Droves of SWAT members came storming into the basement and entered the laughing room, aiming their guns at Jonathan and Sandra. Cassie, Jonathan and Sandra surrendered immediately. I learnt that the woman without limbs had been missing for months and that her dad finally got a lead that led him to the house. I was grateful for being rescued, but the physical damage had been done. I have only one functioning leg, and since I was freed, I've been having nightmares.
And I have special beds made because my legs are so
I have
long.
a very long bed now for my long leg.
I haven't had a bath in a year.
Flashbacks to the night I got my DUI. What's that?
Driving under the influence.
And every time I think of a corn dog, I picture myself getting fully covered in batter. Slowly suffocating. I just want to live a normal life.
Yeah, well, it's not going to happen anymore, is it? That was a very good story. I mean, it was the maddest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But
the poor guy nearly...
So he didn't do any... That's not... It doesn't... yeah.
He nearly got turned into a corn dog.
Also... yeah.
It was called The Laughing Room, but I just thought I gave it away a bit because...
Oh, no, I don't think you would have done.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have ever reached that conclusion, would you? But, yeah, there you go. That was
Great.
Your first story.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Have you got a story for me, please?
Yes. Okay, this one's called The Chair.
The Chair.
When my sister Betsy and I were kids, our family lived for a while in a charming old farmhouse. We loved exploring its dusty corners and climbing the apple tree in the backyard, but our favourite thing was the ghost. We called her Mother, God, because she seemed so kind and nurturing. Some mornings, Betsy and I would wake up and on each of our nightstands we'd find a cup that hadn't been there the night before. Mother had left it there, worried that we'd get thirsty during the night. I think whoever wrote this is the mad one. She just wanted to take care of us. Amongst the home's original furnishings was an antique wooden chair which we kept against the back wall of the living room. Whenever we were preoccupied, watching TV or playing a game, Mother would inch that chair forward, across the room, toward us. Sometimes she'd manage to move it all the way to the centre of the room. We always felt sad putting it back against the wall. Mother just wanted to be near us.
Oh, I don't like this mother thing.
Years later, long after we'd moved out, I found an old newspaper article about the farmhouse's original occupant, a widow. She'd murdered her 2 children by giving them each a poisoned milk before bed. Then she hung herself. The article included a photo of the farmhouse's living room with a woman's body hanging from a beam. Beneath her, knocked over, was that old wooden chair placed in the centre of the room.
Fuck.
Scary, isn't it?
Oh, good
Freaky.
one.
Do you want another little one?
Yeah.
Last night, a friend rushed me out of the house to catch the opening act at a local bar's music night. Why? It's going to be shit. After a few drinks, I realised my phone wasn't in my pocket. I checked the table we were sitting at, the bar, the bathrooms, and after no luck, I used my friend's phone to call mine. After 2 rings, someone answered. Gave out a low, raspy giggle.
That's not a raspy
Foley. What? You sure? That's what I did.
That's good.
Yeah? Okay. And hung up. They didn't answer again. I eventually gave it up as a lost cause and headed home. I find my phone on the nightstand right where I left it.
It's Mother.
It's Mother.
It's Sandra. She's fucked.
It's Mother.
That was lovely.
Thank you.
Short scares with Hannah
scares with Hannah. They're my favourites, you know.
This is called The Dance of the Jester.
I don't like this already.
2 hours is all I have to write this, according to the cheap plastic clock ticking away in the silence of this concrete room. I've been staring at it for the last 15 minutes, just trying to get it all straight in my head. I suppose in a sense, I have all the time in the world. 25 years anyway. Might as well be forever. Time doesn't really move the same way in prison. Oh, it's a prison theme.
Okay.
Prison
Wow.
themed. I didn't really mean for that to happen, but...
Prison break. Today.
Jail hands. But I want to get this out today, so I know I've said it all and someone somewhere has read it. I need to know that, or I'll go crazy in here. I've lost everything. I'll say that to start with. I suppose you've guessed that already. The words prison and 25 years are something of a giveaway, but it's not just my freedom. Out there, I have no family, no girlfriend, no house, no money. I have literally nothing left. It was all taken from me. I stared too hard at the jester, you see. And to borrow a philosophical metaphor, he stared back. You won't know of the gesture.
Sandra's
Mucky
back.
mouth.
Pissed. Is it Sandra? Is it Suzie?
You won't know of the gesture. Why can't I say that?
Jester.
You won't know of the jester.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. You won't know of the Jester, I'm sure. I don't even know if I should tell you. But that's the fun of it, I guess. Would the same have happened to me if I hadn't stumbled on that awful knowledge? Will I condemn you by telling you this? I don't know. Only the Jester can say for sure. I first learned of the Jester in a small shop off an unremarkable side street in Camden. It was the usual thing, a trendy shop in a trendy area for trendy people, selling rubbish at inflated prices. I was with a girl who said her name was Flower.
Oh, fuck off.
Okay, that's a red flag. I guess I was trying to impress her by faking an eclectic appreciation for weird arty things like the ornaments made of matchsticks or the hand-painted pebbles with oh-so-deep messages written on them.
Oh, they are bad.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
The things we do to impress. So I found a little wooden model. It was about 6 inches tall, a little case enclosed on 5 sides with a gap in the front. In the gap stood a wooden figure, suspended on strings that disappeared into the box, like a soldier in his box at Buckingham Palace, except he looked like a court jester. A harlequin in a 3-cornered hat with tiny bells on the end, a motley tunic and green and red diamond patchwork tights. Very flashy, hand-carved, and decidedly unsettling. Its mouth was far too wide, stretched into a broad smile that reached from one side of his face to the other in a deep V shape. Tiny teeth glittered in that mouth, and I remember thinking it looked a little like a shark's grin. The eyes were closed, as though the little puppet were in the throes of ecstasy. Around it, little balls of various colours were suspended on their own strings. I counted 10, but as I looked, it felt as though there were more, many more. The illusion was unsettling. "He is the Jester," a voice said near my ear, making me jump and flush with embarrassment. No one wants to jump like that when trying to impress a girl. The old man who'd spoken was strange-looking, shifty in a way with twitchy little eyes. He was nervously tugging at the shawl spread across his shoulders. "He dances," the old man said gravely. No, I didn't say that gravely. He dances.
He dances.
He
said
dances.
gravely.
He's a big jester. He dances, the old man said gravely, staring at me. I stared back, not knowing what to say. To break the tension, I assume, Flower reached over and picked up the little toy and started twisting the base. It clicked, and I realised it was wind-up. Grateful for the distraction, I watched as she set it down, and sure enough, the little harlequin started dancing in jerky, odd movements. I couldn't believe how intricate it was. The little balls would drop, and just when you thought one would touch the base, the little man's foot or hand would touch it, and up it would go again. Somehow, the puppet's inhuman contortions managed to keep all the balls from touching the floor. I was astounded at the masterful clockwork that must have been going on inside it. When it stopped and slowed, I decided I had to have it. The old man seemed pleased, but insisted on telling me the thing's story. I arranged my face into what I hoped looked like an intelligent interest for the benefit of Flower, and endured the lesson I now obsess about in my cell. The old man told me it was a representation of the dance of the Jester, essentially a symbol of fate. The Jester juggles everything for all of us, constantly in motion, an eternal and unfathomable dance of possibility. The balls represent aspects of life, our happiness, our family, our finances, everything. He flings them up and catches others, spinning his oddly elongated body in fantastical, impossible arrangements, so you can never know for sure which ball will be caught, which will fall, which will rise, and which will smash to pieces at his feet. The point, the man continued with a glance at Flower that I did not care for, is that we must be humble before the nightmare of endless possibility. Should we petition the great unknown for a rise in fortune in one area, there is no telling the effect on another. I nodded sagely, surreptitiously glancing at Flower. "Does he answer?" she asked. "The Jester may hear you," the old man nodded, "and carelessly fling a ball high without another thought, dancing on as though you had not interrupted. He might, however, despise you for asking, for having the temerity to presume a favour."
What is going on? What is this man talking about?
I don't know. He's just scaring the shit out of them, isn't he? "For failing to accept the beauty of his dance at face value. A wise man is simply grateful when things go his way. and asks nothing of the universe for himself.
I don't know what that means.
To do anything otherwise is to tempt the jester. When this waffle was over, I handed him my credit card and more or less told him to get on with it. That was a mistake. The shifty fellow disappeared into his back room for far too long, but I had the creepy little jester figure and I took it home. Later that night...
How much was it? That's what I'm interested in.
Camden, junk shop.
Oh,
I'm saying
150 quid.
Really?
Yeah, they will sell any old shit up there.
I reckon it's like 62.
Very specific.
Yeah.
150, okay.
Really? But because he's with Flower, he wants to be like, I'm the man with the cash.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Bare min, you know what I mean?
Bare min. Later that night, I decided to give it a wind just because I was bored. I was thinking about Flower and wondering where things might lead with her, and I saw that one of the tiny balls was pink. I figured pink was for love, so I wound up the base and asked for an improvement in my love life. I thought no harm could come of it. After all, it was just a toy, bought for no reason other than to share an experience with a pretty girl. But the damn thing danced and jerked, and the pink ball, weirdly enough, actually ended up rising. The grotesque little man ended up with one arm outstretched and one leg bent backwards, having appeared to fling the pink ball up. I didn't pay any attention to the others, one of which was green and which was hovering by the red-painted toes. My date with Flower the next day seemed to go well, though she confessed that she hadn't liked that I'd bought the little toy. I was surprised, but I figured it was more the creepy shopkeeper she hadn't liked. But then I handed my card over to the waiter. The card was declined. My heart froze.
Oh, it's a scam. They've had all his cash.
Yeah. This whole story is about how you shouldn't get scammed in Camden buying little figurines.
Actually, that's a scarier story than anything else.
Yeah. Don't try and impress a girl by buying shit in a junk shop.
No.
We're not into it.
Also, he never put his pin in.
He just handed over the credit card and then the man disappeared.
It's bad news.
My heart froze as I tried again and again. Declined. Flower was not impressed.
No.
And I went into a panic. I guess That's not on my face, that's good. Flower was not impressed, and I went into a panic. I guess I wasn't good company just then, but I was scared. I had to wait until the next day to get a response from my bank, and they confirmed all my money had been withdrawn overseas. Someone had gotten hold of my card details, and I immediately remembered the old man and how long he'd spent in the back room with my card.
Fuck.
By the time evening came,
Hang on, wasn't it a credit card though? Insurance, it'll all be fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not your money, is
So
it?
stop panicking.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, twat.
Wow. Anger.
Well, I just don't
Hannah.
say, I'm just not buying what you're selling, sir.
Mm-hmm. But he's buying. Jester. By the time evening came, my nerves were thoroughly frazzled. I sat drinking alone in my house and glanced at the Jester toy. It occurred to me that perhaps the little green ball had been for money, and I laughed bitterly.
Yeah.
By this point, the police had confirmed they were dealing with it, but I admit I was only half joking when I wound the thing up and asked belligerently for the money ball to be raised. Weirdly, again, the green was scooped up by the first movement of that little red toe and flung upwards. This time, the pink ball stopped near its knees, and 2 or 3 others actually touched the base. It was then that I had a horrible feeling that the grin was wider. And that although closed, those eyes were somehow looking at me. I put it down to the drink. It's probably the drink. It's probably the wine. The next morning, Flower called me. Said she wanted to be friends. It was too soon after her last relationship, and last night had been too intense. Fair enough. On the plus side, the bank said my money might be refunded if the police confirmed I'd been the victim of identity fraud. It all seemed perfectly logical, but I couldn't help staring at the nasty little harlequin in his box. My love life had fallen, like the pink ball, and my money crisis was recovering, like the green ball. The thought chilled me a little, as though I was playing with something best left well alone. I was still staring at it when I received the text from my brother. My mother had just had another heart attack. I flew into a mad panic, grabbing my wallet and keys and heading for the door, when my eyes came to rest again on the Jester. I felt it staring, daring me, and behind it a dark ball I hadn't noticed before was hovering just by its feet. I took a step towards the door, trying to tell myself not to be so stupid. None of what had happened was connected to that damn toy. I'd acted weird on the date, I'd let some creep clone my card, and my mother already had had a bad heart. But then the old man's words came back to me. The toy was only a representation of something people believe in all around the world. Tempting fate. I found myself standing by the Jester, hesitating, all my thoughts directed at fate and consequence. My fingers brushed the base absently. The painted grin seemed even wider. Then I was winding it, hoping, begging, crying for my mother's life as guilt racked me and I gave in to selfish hope. The Jester danced, its contortions rapid and grotesque to watch. The knee jerked up, the hands swept down, the neck spun, and the eyes flew open. I jumped back, horrified at the sight of those red painted eyes, as the strings snapped and the balls fell from their cords, rolling and bouncing off the mantelpiece. The puppet collapsed to its knees.
Oh, God.
The disjointed arms hanging loose by its side.
Oh, it's all fucked.
It really is. The eyes gleamed, and the grin seemed to contort, as though with a mocking scream of laughter I could almost hear. Well, I ran. I screamed and I cried. I railed against the cruelty of fate. My mother died. Over the next few weeks, my life collapsed. I didn't get the money back. Flower vanished. I spiraled down into the dark. I did things I didn't think I could do.
Oh, God.
Would never have done before. And now here I am, in a cell. I can't really blame anyone but myself. The Jester is a metaphor, a stupid superstition. What happened to me was my own doing, but sometimes, in the dark, after lights out, I see those red painted eyes and that vicious, shark-like grin, the balls crashing around his knees.
Oh.
I see him out there in the great beyond, spinning and dancing, laughing his cruel laugh. I see the Jester sees me, and he sees you.
And that's why you should never buy anything from Camden Market.
Yeah, that's
Lesson learned.
Lesson fucking learned.
What did he
Balls
do? I wanna
crashing
know what
around
he
his
did.
knees. Just what a tale.
It's crashing around his knee.
You old
Bollocks.
So we posted on TikTok a clip of the story about the girl in the woods. Who
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
it
the
is,
girl who came like crashing out of the trees and she's like stuck in a car and all that.
Yeah, it's creepy.
And
so
then-
Laura has sent this in. So she says, hey, so the story isn't mine, but was told to me by a friend. A lady who worked with my friend's work. Oh, fuck's sake. A lady who worked with my friend went to help her friend move house. She was cleaning the kitchen and saw her friend walk out the door into the garden. So she carried on cleaning the cupboards under the sink. You're a lot better friend than me. I would never go and help someone move house. She felt someone standing behind her. When she turned around, she jumped and saw her friend standing behind her. She was like, you were outside a minute ago. How have you got here so quick? Whatever this thing was, put its finger to its lips and went, shh, and disappeared. The lady was terrified and never went again. When I got told this, I felt like throwing up.
Oh my god! So wait, so the mimic ghost behind her is the one who's like,
yeah. Imagine if I did that to you and then just ran away and you.
well, I'd be like, it's you. Stop shushing
Yeah,
me.
no, that is true.
I'd just sass you back and be like, can you stop telling me to shut up, please?
Oh, what you doing, you mad bastard?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Laura. That was
I love it.
creepy story.
Yeah, keep sending them in because we absolutely love them.
Anyway, so now, Suzie Preece. Are you ready to choose your own goosebump?
Yeah, choose my own scare, please.
Settle in. Ding dong. Get the door, please. Your mum calls from upstairs. No, I'm not going to do that because I can't. No, it's mad. Get the door, please. Your mum calls from upstairs. It's the babysitter from Fun and Games Kid Care. By the way, whoever is behind the marketing and PR of Fun and Games Kids Care is fucking shit. I'm too old for a babysitter. You yell for the 100th time. Stinko's the one who needs a babysitter. Or maybe a zookeeper would be better. Mom, your 6-year-old brother whines. I'm not a stink. I can't do this accent.
I'm not a stinko.
That sounds like I'm from the Netherlands. I'm not a stinko. Stop calling your brother that silly. It is shit. It's a shit name.
Yeah, it's not the best put down, is it?
Stop calling your brother that silly name, your mother scolds as she hurries down the stairs. I don't have time for arguments. Dad is waiting in the car for me. She smooths her hair. Now, answer the door and be nice. I don't want you torturing this babysitter like you did the last one. Who? Me? You ask innocently. You do that very well because you're creepy as fuck. Your mother rolls her eyes. Ding dong, ding dong! I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. You shuffle to the door and throw it open. You come face to face with a giant pink bubble.
A giant pink bubble?
Pop! The huge bubble bursts in the face of a mousy-looking girl. Hey, she greets you. She peels the gum blob off the tip of her pointy nose. Pointy nose.
She's gross.
How's
Don't
it
say
going?
pointy nose at me. I know what that was. It was a little jab at the shape of my nose, which is very beautiful, actually. So don't try and mug me off and get away with it.
That was the most paranoid thing.
I know
I just
you're
went,
trying to-
pointy nose.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't say a word.
No, it was very pointed.
Listen,
Your brother says I have a beautiful
my
nose.
brother will suck up to anyone.
No, he's lovely and he's very wise.
He is lovely. He's not wise.
He is wise.
He's actually blind. Did you not know?
No, he's not blind. He can see, and he can see my beautiful nose.
Ooh. Anyway, okay. She peels the gum blob off the tip of her pointy nose. How's it going? You check her out. Straight brown hair hangs down to her waist. A long tie-dyed skirt and tank top droops on her thin frame. You know the perfect word for this girl. Hippie. This is an awful story. Your mum joins you at the door. Are you Mary Ellen? She's not a very friendly mum. Zoe, the hippie corrects her. From kids care. She marches past you and your mum straight into the living room. Sorry if I'm late. Traffic was nuts. Some car went into a ditch. I thought our babysitter's name was Mary Ellen. Your mum steps towards Zoe. But then your dad honks the horn at the driveway. Your mum shrugs. I must have heard wrong. This is very bad checking.
Yeah,
It's not good.
some random bish called
Yeah,
Zoe's
so
on the
yeah, just
doorstep.
Rocks up. No prob, Zoe says. And I'm sorry, but if someone says no prob in real life, they deserve to be hung. She tucks her hair behind one ear.
Dark.
Your eyes widen when you spot the tattoo of a rat on her earlobe. You've seen some strange tattoos, but a rat? Weird.
And her initials on her neck. Zoe's been to
Get
prison.
out, Zoe. That rat thing's fine, but those neck tattoos, you need to get the fuck out of my house. Zoe notices you looking at her ear. She quickly yanks her hair back into place. Then she smiles at your mum. You go enjoy your weekend. Zoe will take care of everything. That's weird. For some reason, you don't like the way Zoe said that.
No, third person, always bad.
Big red flag.
Like, ugh, it's like the biggest dick
Yeah.
of all.
Mom, you begin, then you stop yourself. You complained all day about having a babysitter. You'd seem like a real baby if you confess that Zoe makes you nervous. We'll be back the day after tomorrow. Oh my God, she's going for literally days. We're just like, and this, oh, do you know, that's, social services will be around soon. Your mum promises and then gives you a hard look. And I expect everything to go just fine here. Never fear, kids care is here, Zoe recites. She reaches into her huge shoulder bag and pulls out a bag of chips. She starts munching.
Crisps. It's crisps.
It is crisps, yeah. She starts munching. Was it your imagination? Or did Zoe say, kid scare?
Zoe's a nasty piece of work.
She's a bitch!
Wow.
So,
She's not a bitch.
actually, I think
creepy.
Zoe seems all right. I think it's the mum that seems like a fucking bitch. She's checking her hair out and then she's like, oh, got the wrong name, must have heard it wrong. When did Mary Ellen start sounding like Zoe?
Yeah, Mary Ellen's off for 2 days. Off with the dad.
Fuck's sake.
They couldn't give a fuck
Yeah, they
about
just want to go and have a
Stinko
dirty...
and
yeah,
me.
Stinko and you. To be fair, you are someone that should be neglected.
Oh my God, I can't believe you just said that.
You're a very annoying person with your pointy nose.
Can you please put a sock in it and behave?
I can now. Okay. Zoe shuts the door behind your mum. I hate the way it's spelled. Zoe shuts the door behind your mum. You jump when the phone rings. I'll get it, Stinko hollers. He races to the phone. Hello? He bleats into the receiver. Mary Ellen? There's no Mary Ellen here. Oh, you're Mary Ellen. Well, that's okay. We already have a babysitter. Bye! He hangs up.
Big mistake.
What was that about, you ask? Some babysitter named Mary Ellen, Stinko replies. Her car went off the road. But don't worry, I told her we already have a babysitter and we don't need another one. That's strange, you think. You turn to face Zoe. Mary Ellen was the name, Mom. Forget it. Zoe cuts you off. We've got better things to do than worry about some bad driving named Mary Ellen. I quite like Zoe. Like what? You grumble. You're already sure you're going to be bored this whole weekend. Like this. Zoe reaches into her huge bag and pulls out a giant game spinner. Whoa! What's that? Stinko exclaims. You don't want to seem too interested, but you can't help peeking at it. Peeky, Lynn.
Picky.
You can't help peeking at it out of the corner of your eye. The first thing you notice is a silhouette of a rat in the centre, just like the tattoo on Zoe's ear. This girl has rats on the brain, you think.
I do think that.
You move forward to get a closer look. The spinner is divided into two sections. One section says fun, the other section says games. It's up to you now. Zoe holds the spinner in front of you. What happens next is your choice. What's it going to be? Fun or games?
Oh, God. I'd like to go for games.
Games?
Fuck me!
A deep voice behind you says, if you want to play games, then I'm your guy. You and Stinko whirl around. Zoe has vanished. In her place stands a tall, slim man wrapped in a cape. Oh, well done. You've conjured up a fucking prick here. His face, his body, and the cape are completely covered with tattoos.
Oh,
This
my
is
God.
Really weird. Red flag. This is the guy you don't want to go on a date with, okay? Where did you come from, you demand? From Fun and Games Kids Care, the tattooed man explains. Zoe's in charge of fun. I handle the games. Yeah, games like, are you going to text me back or not, you bastard?
Stop playing games.
Stop playing games.
Stop
Where's
playing
Zoe?
games. I'm sick of playing games.
I
I'm
don't wanna
gamed
I don't
out.
want to play any more games. I've spent 48 hours playing games.
24 hours on the trot.
For everyone who's not fond of that, who's not familiar with that reference, it is in fact the one and only, the iconic
GC.
Gemma Collins. GC.
See.
Where's Zoe? Stinko asks. Where the fun is, the man replies. You can't tear your eyes away from the horrifying tattoos. Snakes slither up his arms. Dragons breathe.
Fire. That's the word. Fire.
Dragons breathe flames across his chest. A cyclops monster swings from a hangman's noose on one shoulder. Spiders.
Hanged man?
A hangman's nose. Yeah. Spiders, bats, and raps creep from his tattooed
bats,
neck to his tattooed face.
Whoa!
The tattooed man swirls his cape.
Did you say, what is it, something bats and raps, did you say?
Bats and rats.
Oh, you said rats. I've heard rap and I want a rap.
Well, like a chicken rap
Yeah,
of the day.
I love a bloody rap
I love
right
raps,
now.
yeah. They call me Dare. He tells
They
you
call
with a
me
grin.
Dare.
Ready to play games? What kind of games, you ask suspiciously? Games where the winner takes all. Dare draws. And let me warn you, I usually win. He's such a fuckboy. Dare is such a fuckboy.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd go out with him, wouldn't you? You'd shag him, but then he'd ruin your
But then
life.
you'd be heartbroken.
Oh, he'd ruin your life. I want to play, Stinko pipes up. I win a lot too. And what about you? Dare turns a steely glance your way. Do you dare to play Dare? Dare schmare! You really need to work on your humour, actually. Dare schmare, you grumble. You don't trust this guy, but you're not going to let him know that. But you're not going to let him... But you're not going to let him know he scares you. Sure, you declare. I'll play. Who goes first? We all go together. Dare spreads his arms wide. He swirls around and around until his tattoos blur. The colours blend into a spinning rainbow. His tattooed cape billows into the shape of a parachute. A parachute.
A parachute.
A parachute. You know this game, I'm sure. Dare calls, twirling. Each of you takes hold of one side of the parachute, then all together we toss it up and run under it. Only the fastest can run under and get out before the parachute comes down. Are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2. To see whether or not you make it out from under the parachute, you'll need to do the puzzle on page 84.
Oh, I do love a puzzle.
Okay, well, we're going to do that next week.
Okay, so we're going to play a little Let's
play a
Get
game.
Haunted, so you don't have to.
Okay, my favourite part of the day.
Okay.
This is my favourite game.
So, Hannah,
Suzie.
stop looking at yourself. Focus. No, you just look back at yourself.
Looking at my nose.
God, honestly, I do want an HR department, actually.
I'm going. Goodbye.
Oh, my God, oh, my God.
That is horrible, Susie. I've got
just-
fucking...
Oh, I just pulled out a deck of cards.
Oh.
And on the top is the Jester. With
Well, it's a Joker, isn't it?
It's the Joker. It's 2 Jokers.
Yeah, because it's a brand new set of cards.
We're a pair of Jokers. You know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
Fucking hell.
This is weird.
That is really weird.
Okay, well, I'm not a big fan of this already.
Okay, Hannah.
You've got more cards than Clinton, do you have, with your tarot? And
It's Card Factory over here, baby. Now listen. Can you think of any other card brands while we're here?
Hallmark.
Card Factory, yeah, Hallmark.
That's it, really.
That's it.
Moonpig.
Online. I'm talking high street.
Pigeon. The pigeon. You know what I mean? Hungry pigeon. Angry pigeon. Angry something.
What are you talking about?
Pigeon. It's a website. Pigeon something. Angry
I'm
pigeon.
talking about the high street.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
What I'm going to do now to close off this wonderful episode is I'm going to test your psychic abilities.
Amazing.
Because I do think you have good intuition. We've discussed this. You're good at reading a room. But Hannah, can you see into the future?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. This is how we're going to prove it.
Okay.
I want you to shut your eyes.
Oh, I don't like closing my eyes around you.
Well, you have no choice. We're playing the game.
Okay, close my eyes.
Commit. I'm going to turn over a card. I want you to tell me, just simply, black or red.
Okay. Right.
Focus.
Have you got the card?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Tell me what you think it is.
Red.
It's red.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it is a 1 out of 2 chance.
We're going to go again.
Well, we're going to do
Shut
every
your
card.
eyes. No, we're not going to do every card. We'll be here for fucking ages.
I think it's red again.
It's black.
Okay, that's annoying.
And it's going to be a rule of 5. Shut your eyes.
Red.
It's black.
Not very good at this.
2 more to go. And then this will decide whether or not you're
Okay.
psychic.
Red.
Red. It's black.
Fuck's sake!
Last one. And I want you to not just say the colour, but tell me if it's a picture card. Or not.
It's red and it's not a picture card.
Red and not a picture card. It's a picture card and black. You officially have no psychic powers.
All right then, you do it then. Give it to me. I want to do them. Have you shuffled this deck?
Have you shuffled your deck?
Okay. I mean, sure. And also, I'm going to make it harder. Am I going to make it harder?
There's no. You can't do that. You just have to do it as the game states.
Okay, so we're going to do 5. So I'm literally the opposite of a psychic.
You have really bad psychic ability, is what that says.
That's fair enough. I don't really want to be a psychic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm really going to focus.
Okay, I think you're going to do this because you're a bit witchy.
Oh, I know. You're so
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. And
So,
you're
okay,
just a
best of
muggle.
5.
You're a muggle.
I mean, do you know what I mean? There's no need for rudeness.
No, well,
Here.
I'm just. It's fact.
You
Anyway,
can
carry
mug
on.
off. You ready? Red or black?
It's black.
It's black. Can you please stop with those noises? They're making me feel so uncomfortable. Okay, red or black?
Black.
It's black.
Oh my God.
Okay, red or black?
Black. Fuck off.
I don't think you've...
Oh my God, this is so fucking weird.
Is this a brand new pack that you haven't shuffled?
Just keep going. No, it's a 4, 8 and a 10. That's
Okay,
hardly...
red or black?
Oh, I'm going red.
It's red.
Oh my God. Fuck.
So one more. What do we do now? Ask for the colour and whether or not it's a picture.
I'm going.
Is it a picture card and what colour is it?
It is red, not picture. Oh, I was going to say black, no picture.
5 out of 6 ain't bad.
What?
You
4
wanted-
out of 5.
No, because there was 5 cards but 2 options on the last one, so make it 6.
Oh, I see what you did there. I'm pretty psychic.
So do you want to do it one more time? Come on. If you're really psychic...
No, do you know what you need to do? You need to do the celebrity game. You need to think of a celebrity, say it into the mic. I'm going to take these off.
Like she'll still be able to hear me.
No, because I'm going to... No, I'll shut my ears.
What?
And
Well,
then I'm
any
gonna
name.
receive
Any
it.
name of the
But you have to
celebrity.
say a celebrity I would definitely know, and I'm a bit behind. So just
Okay.
generally
Okay.
as a person. So
Okay.
you can't say anyone really obscure.
Okay.
Okay. La 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 la.
Done.
La, la, la,
I've done
la.
it.
Have you done it?
Yeah,
Have you
I've
done
done
it?
it, yeah.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so you have to send
I've
it
got
to
it
me
in.
now.
I've got it in my head. Yeah.
You're sending me it.
Yeah. There you go.
And if it's Keith Chegwin, I'm going to
Not
lose
Keith
my
Chegwin.
shit.
But I should have done Keith Chegwin, but it's not.
Okay. So you're sending me this celebrity now.
If you get this, I think I'm going to lose my mind. Obviously you won't, but I do think I'm going to lose my mind.
Okay. You have to think about the face and everything. Are you sending it to me?
Mm-hmm.
Is it someone we've spoken about?
No. But you do know who they are.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is it Gary Barlow?
No. Unfortunately, not Gary Barlow.
Am I close?
No.
Is it man?
Is it man? What do you think it is?
To be honest, I'm getting long hair.
Right. Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is it female?
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah. Well,
That's weird.
okay.
Is it? Is it Nigella Lawson?
It's not Nigella Lawson, no.
Oh, shit. Does she cook?
I don't know.
Can you
Maybe.
give me some more? No, you have to give me some more.
What do you mean?
Is she a singer?
No.
No, I didn't think she was.
You could be a good psychic, actually.
No, I'm not getting that. I'm getting older.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah.
An older energy. Actor. Yeah. Longer hair.
Yeah.
It is. Jennifer Saunders.
Welcome. Thank you so much. No, it's not welcome. Thank you so much
What?
for joining us for Ghost Ones. Suzie is
Who is
not
it?
psychic.
Who is it?
It's Liz Hurley.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
I was going to
nowhere
say
near.
that.
No,
No,
you
I
weren't.
wasn't
Okay.
actually. But that is.
Thank you. You
really
did very well on the
great.
cards, but unfortunately, you aren't psychic.
Well, you're really not psychic.
No,
So
definitely not psychic.
I'm better than you.
Okay.
Okay.
In the psychic section of life.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Be careful of the jester because he watches you.